Strangers in a dark room laughing at jokes they didn't quite hear. Frosted window panes and cheap champagne, a face appears. And anything could happen in these cathedrals we roam, where shadow people dance and trade their glance and walk home alone. Staring out the window of the Roosevelt Hotel, watching Midtown empty out and a kiss of farewell. They say we come from nothing and to nothing we'll return, and in between is gravity and bridges left to burn. the door, waited for the flash. Greyhound station, paid in cash. It's Lazarus, we're coming back. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We've been in this town for far too long. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We're moving on, we're moving on, we're moving on. Sunsets, no regrets. First chance, last dance, stuck in the middle. Even that girl's no good love. You taste so sweet, it hurts a little. Make our home where we stand. One suitcase and half a plan. Follow the wolves and sing along. Past the voices to the song. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We've been in this town for far too long. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We're moving on, we're moving on, we're moving on. Sunsets, no regrets. First chance, last dance, stuck in the middle. Even that girl's no good love.
Hello, everybody. How is it going? I got a whole squad of Legends Esports Lados with me lined up tonight. It's your boy Gurf, and it is episode 3 of Let's Talk Legends. Guys, how's everyone doing tonight?
Doing episodes now, are we?
Are we? Yeah, we are. Episode number 3.
Pretty good.
But
Doing good, Gurf.
doing good. As how's everybody's games been going this week? It's been a very spicy week of Legends Esports action, guys.
Hey man, all I'm saying is I got the Gap, the number 1 top.
Not bad. We're tied with Crusaders right now.
I am gapping every kid in LAS right now. Just really quickly.
I got to play against Dallas in lane. That was fun.
Hey, that was a scrim. I still Baron.
Yeah.
True. Well, you know what? It's been a lot of good games this week that we've got to see on stream. I'm sure a lot of good games that have been happening off stream as well too. But it's getting down to the wire, and we just wrapped up weeks 6 and 7. 7 for the LAS and LRS pre-made, and everybody else 6. So we are no longer at the halfway point. We're coming to that conclusion here and about to encroach on playoff territory. We're getting very, very close, which makes this exciting because we have put together some power rankings for tonight. We did these way back in, I want to say week 3 for these teams. So a lot has changed since then. We've seen a lot of teams kind of grow and form themselves and find an identity for themselves on the Rift or on what do you call it for Valorant there's multiple maps for Valorant. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome watching this, but thoughts on who we're going to see at the top of these standings here, or at least our power rankings here. We know what the standings are. Everybody can access our Instagram. So
I gotta pull up the stream so I know what everyone else is looking at.
True. I haven't shown them yet. We haven't shown our first.
So are you asking what our opinions are? What's gonna look like?
Yeah. What do we see?
Well, Dragons. Dragons is gonna be number 1. Number 2 for the LAS draft is gonna be either Gators or Wolves, and number 3 is either gonna be Panthers or Crusaders.
Panthers are trash.
Wait, but how could they be number 3 if Gators and Wolves are number 2?
Because the other one immediately drops to last place
Well,
they lost.
Because
Okay.
exactly.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Just straight to the. Can you imagine in one game? Straight to the bottom.
It's gonna be Dragons, of course, because Dragons only lost 1 game. Then it's gonna be Gators or Wolves, and underneath them is gonna be whoever it's not, and then underneath them it's gonna be either Panthers or Crusaders, and never mind that it's gonna be whoever. And then the rest of the pool, I really don't know. I really don't know what the power rankings are for the rest of the teams.
Well,
it could be literally anything.
It could be
Yeah,
anything.
no, it can be.
Well,
Because Eagles are coming back. They won a couple games last week and the week before. I did see that.
True, they did end their 7-game loss streak.
Sharks won a game last week. It's just unpredictable.
It really is. So why don't we just show them and take a look and see what we think of for ourselves. Just a reminder to you guys too, and everybody watching at home, that we have a raffle going on for 500 Legend tokens. All you got to do is enter command raffle to enter, and we'll be announcing our winner at the end of the night. So make sure to get in on that. There you go. Yeah, Rover Eye, you got it.
No, it's Rover High, as the stream says.
Hi to you too.
Oh, is it still in there?
Yeah, it's Rover High again.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Let's go.
you ready?
Doesn't know the difference between A's and E's.
It's just words. You know what we're more worried about? Power rankings. So let's check out LAS draft first. Like that smooth transition,
Right.
but let's take a look here, guys. At number 1, Dragons. Number 2, Wolves. 3, Gators. 4, Crusaders. Over to the next group. In 5th, Panthers. 6th, Nocturnals. 7th, Eagles. 8th, Wizards. 9th, Bandits. 10th, Falcons. 11th, Sharks. And finally, in 12th, Guardians.
Makes sense.
So what do you guys think? Any opinions on this power ranking here for LAS draft?
Well, I'm sad that I was never there to prove that the Wolves are better than the Dragons, but I do think that they have been showing up very well in the past in their past games, and even with the swap that they recently had with the three-way with Wolves and Bandits and themselves, they have still shown that they are capable of taking off multiple games off of any of these teams, and I think they're looking bright as hell.
So can you tell Sam has a favorite?
I think people
Are
are
you
sleeping
kidding me?
on the
My
Sharks,
favorite is
bro.
myself, but I'm not gonna sit here and bias for 30 minutes.
I agree. I don't like where the Sharks are at. I think the Sharks are better than both Bandits and Falcons. And
I mean, the
Wizards.
Sharks are second, sole possession of second in Group A, and they got 11th. Like, how does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
I
I
think
don't agree
I
with
think
that.
saying that a team has sole possession of in Group A, like having second in Group A, that's not an accomplishment.
Well, but they won against who did they beat?
Okay. To
But
be
they've
fair,
all-
if you were to line up both Group A and Group B pools, which they are going to be lining up, we are not too far away from playoffs. If you're looking at some of these teams in Group B here, they are very, very strong. There are a lot of games being taken there. And if you were to match these two pools up, I would think generally that pool with Dragons at the top are going to be the overall stronger pool. And if you match them up head to head to head to head, there's a couple of these teams that do stand out. And I think in a best of 5 situation, I think that's why, some of these teams might be a little bit lower, even though they are second place in Group A there.
Mhm.
But
I agree with you.
I agree, but I just don't think Sharks are that low because, in my opinion, I feel like the Wizards are just going to give up. It seems like some of their players have already given up. Same thing.
No,
with
I
the
was
Bandits.
seeing some hype for the Wizards like last week. I thought like some people were like really hyping them up, but apparently that just dwindled down within this past week. I don't know what happened.
Let's actually take a look back at week 6 too, at what happened with the Wizards there as well too. I mean, yeah, the Sharks did get the win over them in a game, so it gets to this point at around this time in that week 7, 8, 9, where these last kind of slots, that last drive for playoffs, those teams who are going to make it and who are not going to make the cut really stand out for themselves. So at this point in time, what we're looking at might be a little bit lower. Sharks might find the drive that they need to get back up there and get themselves into a playoff spot, which, thinking about it, aren't they in one currently? Where they're standing? Question mark? Chat? Boys? Anyone?
Have to look real quick.
Where the Wizards standing?
If they would be, Wizards are in
Third.
third. They're third.
Three-way tie.
Yeah.
I just think it's so insane that if Nocturnals were in Group A, they would have sole possession of second place.
That's also
Any
true to
team
look
in-
at like that,
any
right?
team
Group,
in a-
Group B is
Group
definitely
B
way
that was in
stronger.
Group A has
Mhm.
sole position of second place. To be honest,
I just can't wait for playoffs because this is where we, get to see some of these teams face off and see truly if that power difference is really there, or if some of these teams from Group A just turn it on for playoffs. Because we've seen that in the past before too. These teams who are kind of middle of the pack teams throughout the split just find their calling come playoffs. Like for example, Winter Boo's last split, they just crept in to playoffs, like literally by a tiptoe, and they had an amazing run there along their bracket. So, got to see what happens when these matchups actually come to. But I'm sure we'll break it down once we get closer to playoffs and actually get to see some of the bracket matchups. But
Yeah, I actually wanted to note something that was really surprising is that the Nocturnals were sixth in the power ranking, but they're actually basically out of playoffs at this point. It's very surprising.
Yeah, the group draws was very unlucky for them.
It was for sure.
well, you have Group A, which is like heaven for the Wolves, and you have Group B, it's like the pool of death.
The group draws get done in the first place.
It was put in based off captain's pick order.
Oh, okay.
It was captains with picks 1, 2, 5, 6, and I think 9, 10 were in Group A.
Gotcha.
well, I do believe we might get a little insight to what's happening on and off the Rift, or on and off the stream as well too, because we do actually have some insider interview coming up from one of these members here. And Giggle, who do we have coming on tonight?
We got the jungler for the Gators. We got turnips.
Oh,
No.
oh yes, oh yes, we do. So I have given turnips the role so they can join ahead at any time, but hopefully we can bring them back here. I hope they don't jump into lobby 1. Okay, they're starting the interview and I'm not there yet, so we're gonna hop over there. Meet you guys back in a sec. See you soon.
Cheeks, boy.
Pick you,
We can't
bro.
see you.
I'm so-
We-
bro, it should've
we-
been me. It
We
should've been
can't
me.
see you. We can't see you. We can't see you. Oh, we need to get this on. This is magic. This is magic right here.
Dude,
That's
bro,
happening currently.
It should have been me.
Nah, I'm gonna make content. Okay.
You're not, bro. You have no content.
All right,
You are-
back on over
Content.
to casters. Wow, there's some yelling going on in in lobby 1. You want content? I'll give you content. Holy moly, these guys are
I didn't know Banana was gonna be there too.
well.
Service is crying.
Banana was there, but we
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I'd
Giggle.
be yelling if I was second in the worst group too.
The entire
I would be yelling.
Gator squad is in there right now.
So, do we have turnips or is it just
I'm challenging him to join.
All right. Let's get him in here. He's got perms now, so he should be able to get in. Yes. There we go. We got
Right.
him up
Oh, we got
live
video
on
and
stream
everything. Let's
right
go.
now. Welcome.
What's up? GTR win. What's up? What's up? Hello.
What's up?
Didn't we say that about Winter Boost? Wob train or some shit?
The WAP train.
Wob.
Gator
Winter
win,
boost.
Gator win.
All right, Giggle. Let's
All right.
listen to this wonderful interview that you got for us.
All right. So, I guess we'll ask your thoughts on the. What do you think are your thoughts on the power rankings?
You know what? Giggle? Let me tell you something that only I know. Whoever made it is rigged. Who made the power rankings? Tell me. Giggle, tell me.
I don't know. It's a secret.
Bro, Shark should not be 11th place, bro. My brother's boyfriend, best support NA, bro. Chai, best mid laner, bro. Sorry, Chaos, you're out the list, bro. You guys are sleeping on Sharks. They're number 2 in Pool A, okay? Number 2. That's like saying, like,
Wait, are they ranked higher than you?
yeah, dude. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Giggle, I'm sorry. You're probably the worst ADC ever, bro. I'm Tarzan. Shut up, Giggle. Don't even say anything, okay? Okay. Sharks should be number 2 on the list. It should be Gators, Sharks, maybe Crusaders. Maka's alright, but yeah, you just disrespect
No
the
dragons on the list.
Sharks. No,
And there's a lot of
dragons.
snoozing in this call right now.
It's kind of funny. Dragons think they're the best team, but they got clapped by us. I'm gonna be honest. 22-minute defeat. I remember 22-minute. They were talking so much trash. We clapped them. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard to beat dragons. I'm sorry. You're facing against Tarzan. You're facing against Faker in the mid lane. You're probably facing against Jackie Love. No, you're not Jackie Love, Giggle. You suck. Banana Bread, bro. He's kind of sus, but you know, our top laner Renji, bro, dude. That kid can mad on top. I'm sorry, Dallas, bro, but he takes my list. He tops you on my list, bro. I'm sorry, but yeah.
All right. Thanks for that insight.
Okay, did I ask you to talk, Eagle? I am Tarzan, okay? Don't talk to me like that. He follows my Instagram, okay? All right, you can talk now.
Okay. Thank you. So what would you say is your jungle style?
Oh, well, Tarzan follows me on Instagram. No flex. I'm actually Tarzan part. I'm Asian Tarzan, actually. So very aggressive.
Are you locking your new every game?
Bro, Bambi. I'm about to.
You got you Bambi.
TOS.
Go.
Okay, Bambi. I just want to say, good luck in playoffs, bro. You won't make finals. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Bambi. Just good luck in finals, bro.
Okay,
All right.
that's
Just
fine.
because you get traded. Okay.
Alright, well, the
Done.
challenge has been issued.
Mm.
I would like to see these 2 pairs of 5 monkeys smack their heads together. It will be very entertaining when it happens again.
Bambi, I
Too,
will
me
clap
too.
in playoffs, Bambi. Okay.
Okay,
Is it-
I'll hold you to
Alright.
it. I will hold you
Alright.
to it. Don't worry.
All right. Going back to the question, I am Tarzan. Actually,
So
Tarzan.
So that's your jungle style. You're just Tarzan.
I'm Tarzan, bro. Pick. I don't know why he was ranked higher than me. Gay Temple Finder. Why is he even on the list? He played 2 games. And Grotus, okay, I give respect to him, bro. I think he's good. But why Gay Temple Finder? I am so confused. Okay, that's it. That's my style. I'm Tarzan. I'm Panzer Dragon.
So I guess I got one more question for
Did
you.
I say you could talk? Did I say giggle? I didn't say you're my captain, but you can't talk, okay? All right, now you can talk. Go.
All right, thank you. So, a couple. As you take a
are you
deep breath.
stuttering? Huh?
No.
Are you shy? Are you shy, buddy?
Can I go ahead now?
Next question.
Speak.
All right. So, I've heard a couple times that you have yourself a coach.
Want
to tell us about your coach?
Is it Tarzan?
You may think it's Tarzan, but he's pretty infamous in the league community. He has my respect. He has Tarzan's respect. Ever heard of the jungler Broxa? He has his respect too. And SKT1 Clid, I don't know where he's at right now, but his name is Doki. Doki FTW, okay? His insane strats with TP Smite revolutionized my whole jungle style. I might not be the best jungler in draft, below Doki. So, let me...
Yeah, I can tell that you're new.
Okay, so it's Doki number 1, Turnips number 2, and then Juicy number 3. Shout out to my boy Juicy, that's my son. But Doki is so insane at jungle. Like, you guys are sleeping on him. Doki dip is a real thing. Wolves went 4-0 with Doki. Without Doki, Wolves went 4-4, I think. I don't know. They suck without Doki. You guys are stupid. Sorry, Dallas. Stupid trade.
So what are like wolves without Bambooper and then wolves with Bambooper?
Okay, this is Doki's time to shine, okay? This ain't about you, okay? This is Doki dip. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, Dopey diff.
Yes, Doki. Bambi. It's a real thing, okay?
Yep,
okay.
Dopey diff.
You see this, bro? Oh.
Did you just dox your credit card?
No, this is not even. This is.
Everybody pause your streams real fast.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Just giving it out real quick. Giveaway, by the way. Take your screenshots now, by the way.
I'm not even in my room.
Jumped right after this.
I'm
all right.
In my
Is
room.
that your bunk bed in the background?
No, that's not.
All right.
It's not my room.
Yo, mom's
okay?
bunk bed.
All right. One more question. One more question for him there, Giggle.
You may talk now, Giggle.
All right. How do you think the games are gonna go this week for Gators?
It's kind of funny. So, Panthers and Grotus, I'm sorry, buddy. You suck. I'm sorry, bruh. Don't even talk to me, Grotus. I know you're on stream. Get out of my face. You suck. All right. Nocturnals, Beanie. What a joke, bro. He thinks he's probably the best mid laner in the league, bro. He thinks he's better than Chaos, bro. That's kind of funny. Giggle, you're a comedian.
Wait, didn't I almost flame Horizon him last week? Or what?
Who?
Beanie.
Beanie is so bad. Okay, I
went like 100 CS up on him. I was like, what?
Okay, I just think he's bad, but I think he's a really good guy. He's just bad at the game. That's it. All right, who's their top? Who's Wolf? I mean, not who's Nocturnal's top laner?
I got no idea.
Okay,
It's
I don't even know.
Bup and Cup.
Oh, Bup and Cup. Yo, he got freaking gapped by Dallas. That's pretty funny if you ask me.
That's fair.
That's pretty funny. I don't know. I don't even.
That is true. That is fair.
I don't know
Who's
how
the
you do
jungler?
that.
Is it Tantabus? Well, who even is that guy? I've never heard that guy before. Dude, get out of my face. Not irrelevant. They're a bot lane. Mel. I respect Mel. Mel's pretty cool. I think he's pretty good at EC. Who's the support? Miyoshi? She good. She's not banana bread good, but yo, she good. But like easy 2-0 clap, bro. And Grotus, you suck. Beanie, you're a bad mid laner. Easy. Gators win.
Gators win.
All right. I think that concludes my interview. Thanks for coming on, Turnips.
Yeah, no problem, Diego. If you ever need anything, you suck. Just don't ever say you're better than me. You're so bad.
I just checked for
Well.
start of service. Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
definitely joined at the worst time possible, man.
Gerf, can you go back to how your face was during that interview, just so I can get a screenshot of you looking completely dead inside?
It looked like you fell to the floor at one point.
No, he asked who put sharks last, and I just kind of slowly went out of frame. But yeah, that was interesting. It's interesting. You know what?
That was Turnips, known for plucking turnips like he is known for plugging the cord out of his monitor when he starts games.
Wait, is this confirmed?
I don't think
Probably.
it is.
Oh my. Oh my.
I wouldn't put it past him though.
We got our boy Ben. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What did I come into?
You came
what-
into something.
What was
You missed
just
the good
happening?
part.
You came into bad timing. So
I'm
now, that,
honestly glad I missed most of it.
now that we have our LRS draft players, I think this is a perfect segue to go into LRS draft.
I was gonna say,
Alright, pre-made.
I agree.
I just want to shout out Gayfinder Temple, very good player. That's all. Okay, now let's move on to
Alright.
LRS.
All right.
Yes, turn us back.
Yeah.
I'm
Get this
actually
10
gonna
guy
head
out
out,
of
boys.
No.
Enjoyed the interview.
No, I was just making sure that all the roles were back to what they need to be here. But maybe we just make like a separate interview channel.
Maybe
Just-
don't do them live. You know.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe do them in person. Just show up at their house.
Just show.
Content,
Yes. Yeah. no,
Maybe it should be captains interview only. No.
we'll see. You know what? It makes it interesting.
Just
you get all.
anyone but turnips.
I
I'm
think
fine
it
with
was
anyone.
he was a good choice to start the interviews. You know,
That was
I
it
knew
was
bring content.
Set the bar nice and low. Let everyone
Yeah.
else jump
Exactly.
over it with their
Yeah,
LAF player
true.
IQs. They can do it.
Oh man,
Rowan's just
my
sad 'cause
my
he
brain
got gapped
hurts.
by Dallas.
Oof.
I don't know. Sometimes this it's a very interesting place. Let's just put it like that. So
Okay.
I think the segue was a good call.
talk about
5 minutes
LRS.
ago. Yeah,
LRS
let's talk about
draft,
LRS. Yeah.
Anyone want to talk about LRS draft? Okay, just me.
We got power rankings. We got power rankings.
Unicorn. Let's go.
Not everybody talking about LRS
Through
at once.
pre-made
All right,
first. LAS
Listen,
pre-made
Vipers,
first. Get all that out of the way. We can
Oh,
stop thinking
LAS
about
pre-made.
gold.
Okay.
do
Yeah.
LAS pre-made.
All right, go for it.
LAS pre-made.
Well, I had the LRS queued up, but we can absolutely get the LAS pre-made because
Oh.
this is my league, and I'm okay with this.
Oh,
Let's see it. Whoop! Oh, this is the transition. There we go. Blue Milk at the top. Rodham, Return of the Middle Stakes on second. PvE third. Cerberus at fourth. RAR, GVSU, TT, OGP, RTR, DOV, DAS, and CU.
I will say after that interview, I want to move TT down to like 8th.
Yeah. That's the punishment that they might deserve for that, but
Punishment?
That's
That's content.
I don't even think they can make it the playoffs.
They
okay.
They can.
Okay.
If they win every single game, they are the underdog pick.
So,
Oh, okay.
so in order for Turnip Sauce to do that, they have what 4 more games left, and that week 10 game is against Blue Milk. And it's not to toot my own horn, but it's we're a pretty stable team, and I don't know. I don't know how
Hey,
that's gonna look.
I will tell you, Gurf, right now that I have it on good authority that one of your players is ready to throw for us.
No, I trust my players 100%. I trust them with my heart. We, you know what? Before this split started, I don't know if you remember from the old Yu-Gi-Oh episodes where they all drew those charcoal
Oh,
signs on their
Yu-Gi-Oh?
hands. Yeah, we did that before the game, so we can always
That
count
is
each other.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, Blue Milk all the way. I'm down with that. But I'm honestly excited to see how some of these teams match up across once playoffs comes, because Return out of the Middlesex and PvE have kind of been battling for that number 1 spot over in Pool B, and both of these squads look really, really solid.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited to see any of them in the LAS pre-made versus draft league finals. That'll be hype.
It'll be really funny if PvE does somehow win and Wolves somehow win, which I know already has no chance of happening. But then we'll have Dallas competing against himself.
That would.
It'll be a Dallas diff on either side.
Is that a real game? That they
Um,
really do the pre-made against draft?
I don't think we've done it before, but that would be really spicy to have. But also
is-
super
it is
interesting if
something-
Dallas has to play Dallas.
We
It's
were
something
gonna
we
do it
talked
last
about
split.
last season, but then the end of the season came, and I think the teams didn't want to play on the new patch.
Yeah, no, the
Something along those lines.
the Lions decided not to, and then so it just kind of collapsed. I remember.
But yeah, we have talked about it in the past. I don't think it would be a bad idea. I know there was a fear going around specifically last season that the difference between the LRS pre-made and the LRS draft and the LAS pre-made and the LAS draft teams were just too big. I think they're a lot more even this season. So
Yeah,
like,
dude.
There's definitely
Like,
a
if
bigger
we-
sample size to pick from. Yeah.
If Spartans
Yeah,
had
if
to
we
face
were-
PB in the finals, that'd be pretty funny. I get to play myself as well.
yeah. But if we, if we took just the standing leaders right now from both LAS, it'd be Blue Milk versus Dragons, and I think those two teams stack up well against each other as well. And I mean, you could do that with a lot of them. So, I think it's something we can look at this season, maybe.
I would love to do something like that. That'd be really, really, really high, like a crossover episode right there. But what do you guys? What do you guys
saying
think?
the Dragons are going to beat us in the playoffs? What thoughts? I'm hearing some
We
sleep.
We
I'm hearing so
are
much
past
sleep
the
right
LAS draft.
Wait, but they've lost one game. How's that?
Oh
sleep?
my god! I gotta change the
That's
graphic
what
back.
they
Hold on,
lose
Jay.
it to, boys. The
This
Gators.
is, this is a podcast purely for LAS draft.
They never played against me, therefore their wins are
Null and void.
Hey,
unconsequential.
come on,
Yep,
we're on LAS
unconsequential, null and void.
Yeah.
pre-made.
LAS pre-made. Let's focus. Let's focus here, guys.
Your ego was last league. Leave
Yeah,
it.
I know.
So, opinions on this lineup and on these rankings here, guys, across the board. Top 4
Yeah.
teams: BM, Rodham, PVE, and CRB.
Hey, the standings are gonna change when PV20 claps Rodham this week.
Isn't Return of the Middle Sticks, PVE, and CRB all tied for how many wins and losses they had?
I think they're all 5-1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a direct quote, by the way, Dallas? Can we quote you on that later
Yes,
this week in
sir.
banter chat when you guys lose?
Yeah, no, we're gonna 2-0 them.
Well, you know what's even better is that you can go get Twitch clips of it too. So.
Oh, true.
Oh, you gotta. No. Well, I might put you on the spot, but you know what? PVE looks hella good. I'm honestly a little nervous to face up against PVE if we do end up against them in playoffs, but yeah, this is I would in the middle of the pack here though. RAR, GVSU, TT, and OGP. Now, we do have RAR kind of there as like the third place
I'm
team in
surprised
Pool
RAR
B,
is
but-
ranked this high, to be honest.
Really?
Why do you think
'Cause
that?
RAR's been on a losing streak.
I mean,
But
so
RAR's beat every other team in the group except ROTM and PVE.
yeah, I mean the reason they're this high, I mean they were in the top 4. I would have argued they could have been, made their case for the top 4 prior to the PVE series, but since they did drop both series in that best of 5, I would put them lower now. I mean, it was what
Two of the games were kind of not close at all. Actually, all
Yeah,
three
it
wins
was
were.
it was a 3-1 win, right?
Yeah, they were. The
Okay.
wins were like 22-3 minutes, both of them, and one of them was 22 kills to 1.
Jesus, okay.
And that's only because Mako decided it would be a fun idea to into the fountain.
Report Mako is. what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
hearing?
I did report Mako in
Immediately
game.
traded off the team.
But yeah, the middle of the pack I think 5 through 8. I even go as far as to say maybe even 5 through 9. I think RTR might be allowed in the conversation to be interchangeable. I think a lot of these are around the same level skill. I mean, they all have pretty much similar records. I mean, except for Turnip's Tots. Obviously, they took over Slam's record, so
Yeah.
the record is an outlier. But I think in terms of skill, they're along the same lines as 5 through 9. But I mean, this is pretty much the order I think I would put it in. I might put OGP over GVSU or GVSU a little lower personally, but that's just my thoughts.
Mm-hmm. I think that's definitely fair too. That the middle of the pack there that can kind of come out of nowhere and get those last few playoff spots. So we got to keep an eye on that. I think that's a definitely good outline there. That little group of teams that you've outlined.
Is it true that TT has to win every single game to make it?
Every single
game.
Every single game.
And they have to finish off with the
Blanket
final
challenge.
boss themselves, Blue Milk, in week 10. So that's
We'll see you there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I definitely do think that there's like tiers you can make. Like I'd say tier or like the S tier is like Blue Milk. You 1 through 4 basically, and then the next tier down is 5 through 9, and then 10, 11, 12. I'd put it
To be honest, I
the
think
next
Blue
tier
Milk's
down.
on its own category. because
I
they
like
haven't
that.
lost a game once.
I wish we got to join even 1 week sooner on TT, but that would have helped our chances.
I also think that Blue Milk's group is much easier, so saying that they're on a tier of their own is kind of controversial.
Well,
As you'll
because
see,
PvE does have Return to the Middle Six on their
Mhm.
group as well.
as you guys see when we get to LRS pre-made, which is a bit down the line, we did split that into divisions instead of cross-division rankings, just because they're too hard to rank. But I do think here, we run into the same issue where it's hard to rank people because of stuff that hasn't happened yet. Like Blue Milk versus PvE will never happen until playoffs because they're just not in the same group. So, stuff like that. That's hard to gauge the difference between two teams.
And true, and CRB too, right? That was a game that we played in week 2. We haven't played them for quite some time now. So, like I've said before, these teams can find themselves, and could be a whole different squad than what we saw there in week 2. But we'll have to see what these last few weeks before playoffs really show us. But
all I'm saying, if you can beat CRB's Samira, Yumi, Senna, Yumi, you guys are fine.
I just don't want to toot my own horn too much. It's a fun time. Blue Milk's a fun time. That's all I can say. Oh, but why don't we start to get our LRS drafts, our LRS League of Legends going here? Because I got the...
I'm quite interested in power ranking on this one because,
So-
to be honest, I thought it was gonna be one team and then it's not, and then I'm like, okay, and then it's gonna be this team. I'm like, wait, what? It's all over the place.
All right.
So I think this is I think something, I don't know, I came in late to watching and joining, obviously. I don't know if we've talked about the fact that Dallas is literally in every league, so his comment is always relevant no matter what
Yes.
we're on.
I can literally comment on every single league except LTS.
I have to say,
He can
if Dallas
comment. I wouldn't go
wins,
so far as to say it's relevant, but
That's true.
he's in there.
He's in there, yeah.
if
Yeah.
Dallas
I am-
wins in every single league, he's gonna have so many
I need
championship things.
Yeah, if there's any LTS teams out there watching that want to pick up Dallas as a sub just to add him, so he's in every league, he is looking for that opportunity.
No, I got to slide into
Ben.
AKM's DMs.
Ben,
So honestly, just hop
What?
onto Bakuma real quick.
What's
can you
up,
move
Timber?
Aiden? Can you move Aiden in from lobby 1?
Oh, absolutely.
Is he gonna flame everybody? Oh
I
no.
got it.
We're
No,
in
he's gonna be
danger.
objective. He was even
Awesome.
casting the other day.
This is true. This is true.
I gotta
Alright.
run, guys, but thanks for letting me do the interview.
Hey, Giggle. Anytime, buddy. We will catch you
problem,
next time.
Giggle.
Never again.
Have a good rest of the
Petition.
podcast.
To never have turnips
care,
on
buddy.
the podcast again.
We'll switch it up as the weeks come, but I'm just adding our new co-hosts that have joined the fray here.
guys?
Oh yeah, you can type them in there, but you can't fix my name. All right.
You spelled it wrong again for the second week in a row.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what?
Alright.
No.
I
Here's
feel
the
like
thing.
it's-
Here's the
it's
thing.
just for
I
the
didn't
meme
spell
at
it
this
wrong
point.
for a second week in a row. I just haven't changed it. Duh. But I got the LRS draft things ready, LRS power rankings ready to go. I believe I have all the names in there spelled correctly. Question mark. We'll have to see. But let's see those power rankings for LRS draft. Boom.
I
Spartans.
forgot my accent over the A, I'll tell you that.
Listen here. For that, Spartans get placed one slot lower. No, Spartans 1, Tigers 2, Unicorns 3, Vipers 4, Lions 5, Phantoms 6. So this is a bit of a shift here than what we saw.
Expected unicorns from going from last place to third place.
So
Unicorns had a lot change.
who
Like,
wait, do we know who made this? I honestly forget.
It wasn't me that made it.
It wasn't me either.
It
Wait,
was I.
Garth, did you make it?
It was I.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so these are the leagues that this is one of the leagues that I cast. So I've been watching these teams throughout the split, and honestly, Spartans number 1. That's not too hard to even argue. They're strong.
For that one.
They are strong as a squad. They come in and they win massive games. Very, very
Except
strong.
against unicorns.
Except against
Okay,
we'll get there. We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We entered that game on purpose.
Tigers
Hey, I wasn't there. Can't blame me.
experienced a bit of a blip there with some roster issues. We don't talk about those anymore. But now they've picked up an amazing top laner Wait, no. Are you mid lane now, Dallas? What are you
I'm
on?
top lane.
Well, you're top lane. Okay. Dallas is on the team now. Tigers are looking hella good, but
Yikes.
it's this number 3 pick that stands out for me because of exactly that. Week 3, we saw Unicorns start to mount a comeback. They were 1-5 heading into week 3, and now they are 6-6. so there's been an extreme turnaround here from the Unicorns, and it was
Don't
those.
forget the Lions, like they're almost in last place.
Yeah.
Lions.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Lions are the opposite of
I have
unicorns.
some, I
Right.
have some comments about the Lions.
So Unicorns have been making that resurgence. Vipers and Lions had a really good start to the split. I have Vipers 4 and Lions 5 because Vipers
issue
they're on a
is that
little.
they keep on putting sheep on 2 champions that doesn't mix well with their comp.
The,
Or they keep on
aka
putting Roborai on a top laner that doesn't mix well with their comp.
Does it
So
matter
it's-
what champ sheep plays?
Okay.
See,
So
it does. to be
So
honest.
with Vipers, it's a little bit of a slump that we're seeing, but with Lions, it's a much more drastic slump than what I expected, especially out of how strong they were coming in week 1, week 2. It's just it's been really unfortunate, a bit of a downhill slide there for that Lions squad. But Vapes, you were going to say
been
something.
interesting.
Or
Hi, I'm in here,
Yeah.
so I can
Yes.
actually contribute something useful. I think what I've started noticing being on Vipers is that, like, week 2, so we said, all right, hey, we're playing solo queue right now. We should go into these with a game plan, and then we'll have a little more success. So we went in, we started, we saw games. I think it was Lions, and then
you went Lions against Tigers, I think, that week.
I got notes.
Might have been week 3. I don't know, but anyway, it was one of the matches, and it was really solid, and it was it was working because we were the team with a game plan. And then now, like this week and the last week, we've started seeing some of the other teams have kind of come online, and they've started working really well together as teams, and that advantage leaves for us. So it'll be really interesting to see how it all settles out now that Tigers, Unicorns, and to a lesser extent, because they were already a good squad, Spartans, start meshing more solidly together. Phantoms, I'm not going to name names. They're a little bit behind. I don't remember the exact number.
Hey, but we still love Gaggy Bo.
Yes.
Yes, Gaggy Bo is my boy. He plays Kled. I already love him.
Except he's not mid lane. But yeah, shout out to Gaggy Bo. You got this,
you can play
man.
Kled mid.
You play Clyde mid. We've seen much crazier picks in the mid lane. White Orn.
How we love Orn.
I know.
No.
Orn was not the crazy pick there. That was Renekton.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, leaving Dallas's ego firmly back in the Silver League where it belongs. Lions has
He always says that after last week.
Shut up. Lions has been interesting. They seem back and forth, and Vapus, you were in there, and you gapped me for them. So why don't you take it away and tell us a bit about Lions?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think the Lions dropped about 4 spots when I left the team, to be honest.
You weren't first when you were on the
wait,
team.
so
Relax.
So you did leave? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it only says PVE in his name, so I guess he
Well,
did.
it only says Wolves for Dallas, but Dallas is in almost every single
Dallas-
That's because I'm not.
It's
I'm
just
not gonna.
implied that Dallas
like-
is a
but like
hybrid.
for
I'm
the
not gonna
Lions-
have my name.
For the Lions
Dallas's
though, like this
actual
week,
name of Dallas would be off the screen. Sorry.
And
for
you
the
just,
Lions though, like Vapus, when you and I were casting the first game, the Unicorns Lions, right? It was the bot lane actually that stepped up that game, which was way different than what we saw early on for the Unicorns, and the fact that I was honestly just praising Jackie Love's name coming into this split because he was looking super good, but it seems that is kind of not been
I think
par.
I think at this point, I think Lions are easily the worst bot lane in the league.
Yeah, from the games I watch and from the
I
games
think
see
they're
from the
fifth.
stream,
I think Phantoms do have a better bot.
Yeah,
do have a worse bot lane.
I still
I
think
agree with that.
I still
yeah.
think Lions is better than Viper's bot lane. Just
No, I
because-
don't. I don't agree with that.
You don't think so? I just
No.
think that
You haven't
Jackie
seen
Love
Jackie Love's
and
Twitch.
Shishimi has a better synergy than Juanito and She.
I think
It honestly depends on
Juanito.
the day.
I actually
That's definitely
disagree.
It's also
I think
possible.
Juanito and Sheep are enough of psychopaths together that they will just go in and they will force
think-
anything, even
yeah.
if it's bad, and
See,
it will
you
work.
don't know how right you are. Some
Ape
days we're
together,
just
strong.
all on the same wavelength. We're all vibing. We're all apes together, being strong. And then other days it's just kind of like this week. Just it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
don't
all
worry,
pushed
don't worry.
together.
If you ever need it, I'll just sub back in and carry your team like I did last time I subbed support.
Wait,
True,
how do
that
playoffs work for
1v9.
LRS? Is it
Top 4.
top 4?
Mm.
Okay.
Yo, Gurf.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think real fast. I think the playoff format is top 4, and then 1 versus 2 plays in the first round. The winner goes straight to finals. The loser plays the winner of 3 versus 4.
Oh, so it's
Oh,
gauntlet.
it's just like last split as well too.
Yes, it's just
That's
like last
the-
split. It's not really gauntlet. It's more or less 1v. I don't know.
It's double elimination.
It's double elim for 1 and 2. It's single elim for 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like okay,
It's
that
because
makes
you
sense. I
can't
guess.
you can't really. That's the only way you can like reward the two teams for placing high with a 16
You could have
playoff.
done bye week and then 3v6, 4v5.
Yeah, but we don't want that makes regular season not feel valuable if,
Fair.
if everyone makes playoffs. So I think
Yeah.
this is the best format to
Mhm.
to reward the two top teams for playing well over the regular split, while also allowing the regular split to have meaning.
Mhm.
No, that's fair. I'm not against the format.
One of the things I do have to say that I was actually surprised to see the improvement was I think it's Spartan's mid laner, Metro. He has been improving. from
Yeah,
when he first started out.
I definitely agree, and I can attest to that. I mean, it was a little rough. We've been working on his champion pool. I know Tintin's been working with him in the mid lane, so we've been trying to get him up, and rolling with the rest of the teams in the league.
He's
It's
playing
all-
AP carries now.
It's always good to see, like, I guess, like, coaches, captains work with members and see the improvement of team members like that. I just love seeing that because it's like, oh, okay, they're improving and it's working for them.
Well, I would
Yeah.
love to take all the credit, but I'm gonna give it all to Tintin because I've done nothing with that.
Well, you gotta, yeah,
I
you
hate
gotta-
to say it. I've been so busy with school and shit that I just have not had the
and
chance.
I understand that you have
I-
times people get busy and stuff like that. Like, life happens. But I just
Telling
love
me
how
you're not
seeing-
playing League of Legends every day of your life? Come on!
I think I would be permabanned on many more accounts than the 2 I am right now. So
Wow.
Sometimes
Only 2? That's fucking weak. I mean, that's pretty
Aiden-
weak, man.
Aiden's like, those are rookie numbers, bro.
you gotta bump those numbers up. Oh my god.
Aren't
You-
there like
oh,
4 Ravensman
Hold on.
accounts? or so?
Stone
5?
KitKat is willing to join the call to speak for unicorns.
Sure, we can let him in.
If you join
Yeah.
lobby 1, Stone, you can get moved in by one of the admins.
Yeah, I can
Hell
go
yeah.
already.
I
We
was
do
gonna say,
not
like, last
allow
split-
Yeah, that's
Horn
pretty bad.
One tricks in
Like
this
last
game.
split, like the Spartan.
Dude,
like,
honestly,
it's good to see the Spartans in first place in the LAS draft because last split in the LAS draft with Spartans, we just say it was a big downfall.
Hey, I mean, to be
We
fair, you
tried.
guys, I know this isn't really the topic of the podcast, but you guys did come back from a pretty weak start of the split.
We did. We were 1-8, and we finished the split with 5-10.
So what you're saying is Phantoms has a chance.
Yes,
sir.
every team has a chance, in my opinion, because, like I said,
Quickly,
last
can
split for the
Phantoms make it
Spartans,
back in?
we only had silver and bronze players, and we were going up against high golds and high silvers,
Damn.
and it's all about team synergy and it's working with your teammates. So if you can do that, any team has a comeback.
And we do actually have Stone KitKat with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
All right. Well, I guess we have a couple questions for you about this Unicorn Squad. I guess from me, you guys were having a bit of a rough start there, but have looked so good these past few weeks. What do you think the biggest change for your team has been that made that big step for you?
I think it's a couple of factors. I think right now the meta is shifting into a pretty good spot for us, with tanks and low economy junglers. I also think with the addition of Cheeses back in week 2 and Lil Azure a couple weeks ago, that all of our team has kind of the same mentality with how we want to play the game. and so we can play around our really fantastic carries in Geo and Ataxin, and if we play around them, they'll carry the game. So
Yeah, when we were casting the game, Cheese just kind of went nuts.
he's pretty good when he can be.
When he wants to be.
Yeah,
Yo,
I was gonna say most of the games is just about me not getting gapped in top lane, and then if that doesn't happen, then we're good.
So with this week, there was definitely a lot of notice for your bot lane there, as you mentioned as well too. With these last few weeks coming up and playoffs just around the corner as well too, are you going to start looking to make some of these plays in the bot lane, looking to get them ahead? Because dragons are just so OP as they are, and Jesus has really been stepping up to and getting that control. Is that something that you guys could look to be doing or have interest in setting up?
I mean, it's definitely going to go from game to game, but I definitely think our bot lane has they have the ability to carry every single game, and so if we give them that resources, I don't at all have any worry about them performing.
Absolutely.
So,
And
go ahead.
how are you feeling about these next few weeks here, these next upcoming games? How are you and the rest of Unicorns kind of vibing, and what's the general mood?
I'll be honest, we got lucky this last week with the two teams we played. They were having subs or had a new top.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. I wasn't there to take you guys down.
Right, exactly. But
yes.
I'm feeling pretty good about these next couple of weeks. We have the Vipers, which is an important game, but I believe there's like 3 of us in like 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the standings.
Yeah,
And
it's
so all these games are very important.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are, it's, I believe, 6-5, 6-6, 6-6. So it is a tight battle for that 3rd place spot. But I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to casting some more Unicorns games.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anytime. I'm pumped. I'm a big Unicorns fan at this point. I love watching the underdogs come back from having those rough moments in the splits and really finding their team, and it sounded like a lot of good stuff happening over there for the Unicorns.
Yeah, like I said, it's literally like a lot of people think like, oh, okay, rank matters. In my opinion, rank doesn't matter. It's just how well you get along with your teammates and how well you can grow as team members.
I think rank does matter to some extent.
To some extent, it does.
A little both.
But
I think
rank's an indicator. Not
rank is just a number, guys.
I mean, you can mesh with someone, but if you're in a 1v1 lane and you're a D2 top laner versus a gold 1, you should never win that as a gold 1.
Well, that's true. Like I do agree with that.
So it'd be a good indicator of like personal skill, like 1v1 lanes, like mid, top,
obviously
and
it's
even
a team
jungle,
game,
right?
so like your team can make up for you. Like at least like in the Tigers case, like I'm obviously one of the lower ranked top laners in the league, but I'm able to play well against a lot of these top laners.
Yeah,
because I get told I get fed a lot of info that I need to be able to succeed, so I can play like a psychopath. And I can go for solo kills. Like I'm told when I'm overextending, like where the jungler is. I'm always informed of that stuff, and I don't even need to ask. So my team just sets me up to be a complete psychopath for no reason, and it's been working very well for us.
Yeah, honestly, I can attest to just having general good vibes with the team, because like over on Blue Milk, we're not like super high gold rank either. We just vibe really well. I have a ton of fun when I play with these guys. It's just really good communication between everybody. And just like a lot of positivity. So honestly, even if everybody's not super great at League of Legends, yeah, you might have a couple misplays. And that could be the weak point of a team. But when you have all the rest there, focusing on communication, focusing on the macro, working together as a team, that can be so powerful.
And that's why I feel like a lot of teams that have a hard time in the draft, like, because I know a lot of people saying like, well, the first 2 weeks of draft doesn't really matter. Because it's still teams finding their way. Like, to be honest, like Panthers, for example, we went 2-0 the first week. We did, and then we went 1-3 the second week. And after the second week, we sort of putting ourselves together. And then yes, we did get clapped by the Wolves pretty hard, but we still came back, and we still are trying to improve ourselves. it's just based on whether the team can pretty much get over that they can lose or not.
Yeah, I could honestly talk all night about about like mental and what to do with like, you know, teams, how all that stuff benefits. But we got some more leagues to cover, fellas. So why don't we look at I believe it's Pool A for LRS pre-made that you guys have put together. So I'm gonna flip that.
I am
yes,
quite interested in seeing this one.
This is where I shuffle my hands together because this is the list I made.
All right.
Yeah.
Ben, I swear to God, man.
Let's see what they put.
All
right.
No, you didn't help me with anything.
Better be first.
Number 1,
PvE is in
PvE. Number 2, MNC. Number 3, ROTM. Number 4, TBP. Number 5, SHD. Sheep herd there. Number 6, Godmade. Number 7, DAO. Number 8, EXO. And number 9, EXP.
Hey, all I'm saying, 6th place respectable. It's a playoff angle.
Yeah.
Just you wait. We will yoink that 6th seed, and then we'll go clap the 1st seed in the other group.
The other group. Okay.
That's how to do it.
I have to say.
No, it'd be the 3rd seed of the other group.
So can you guys please mute my unfortunate teammate for the duration of this?
There we go. I got it. You're welcome.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Hey, you got gapped in game 1 versus TBT.
I have to say, Godmade, even though they had a good start of the series and then they ran into complications, they're still a strong team.
I mean, with our team back, like we are not a team that should be playing in this league, but we came in our first week playing together. We 2-0'd MNC.
That's massive.
That's actually like
So
and game 1 was close. We probably shouldn't have won that game, but game 2 was not close at all. Like all lanes won, and it was like a 23-minute game or something.
Maybe they were tilted.
Yeah,
it was.
I want to jump in and cut Dallas off before he talks too much because he and I are both newcomers to this league. Like we've been in here for 2 weeks. I agree with you. That team probably was tilted game 2, and that's why it looked so one-sided. Because that first game was 17-2 at one point.
Yeah, they were up 8,500 gold at 17 minutes.
What?
And then they threw the game over and over again.
Oh.
It's the curse of Ruberizer got. But anyway, we're still new here. We're still figuring out our kind of identity as a team. So I'm not going to say anything about where you put us in the standings. Just that it'll be very interesting to see where we kind of land once we've stabilized.
To be honest, at this moment, I think you guys are above the sheep herd.
Well, hang on. So I wanted to go down the list and explain like why Tintin and I chose where they go. Basically, I mean, like, so PvE obviously is 6-0. They're undefeated. I think they're the only undefeated 7-0. My bad. They're the only undefeated team left in both groups.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, we are.
Cup ruling.
You're welcome, by the way.
So that's pretty much that's all you need to know for why they're number 1. Moon Crew and ROTM was an interesting one because ROTM has one less loss than Moon Crew does, but ROTM's loss was to Moon Crew at the start of the season. I initially did have ROTM above Moon Crew, but me and Tintin talked about it, and we decided that since Moon Crew did pick up that win over ROTM, that we would put them above them.
Honestly, I'd put that the other way, just because wins earlier in the season should
be based on most recent games. That's actually my bad. I think you were right putting ROTM second.
Good. I'm right. Okay.
I think they're second too.
I think 2 and 3 are interchangeable, like we were talking about back in LAS pre-made.
Mm-hmm. But also, to be fair, in game 2 of our game versus Moon Crew, like they actually put up a fight, and like we could have lost that game for sure if they didn't int.
Yeah.
So I think that was just more
mental is a factor that you bring in when you're making this kind of ranking.
It really is. Don't worry, I'm bringing number 2 up, Pool B back up next time.
Wait. Oh, I wasn't done with Pool A yet.
Oh, we can still talk about Pool A, or do you want to see them?
Only 3 teams.
I'll pull it up on Discord. It's fine.
Control Z. Boom.
Control
Z. Boom. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's all I do. I just Control Z and we're good.
All right, so So 4, 5, and 6, and I'd even include DAO in here. 7 are all another interchangeable bunch, and this was the stuff that me and Tintin talked the most about to try to figure out the rankings on this. Overall, we just decided the way the wins worked out that TBP was the best team out of these 4, and that's just where I'll leave that. I wasn't really. It kind of.
I will say they did beat us, but I think Sheepherd are better than TBP.
Yeah, the way we talked
obviously
about
it's very interchangeable between the 4.
Yeah, the way we talked about it, we were just like, all right, well, DAO is worse than Godmade, who's worse than Sheepherd, and then we were just like, and I guess they're worse than TBP. Like, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I guess we'll just throw TBP in 4. Like, we didn't. It's these 4 slots are so interchangeable that we didn't really know where to place them. So honestly, just put a 4 dash next to all 4 of these teams and move on to 8.
So some insider thought on the Sheepherd. Like, the Sheepherd is a good team that they have to play around either their top
don't leak their
laner
strats
or their
Don't leak
ADC
the
or their
strats.
mid laner.
He leaked the strats. It's over.
That's all 3 lanes.
Ah, so how they play the game is by playing the game. Got it.
Play around someone, guys.
But you know, but I have to say, I'm not like I said, like I'm friends with Sheep. I love Sheep. I like the Sheepherd in general. He's my coach for the Panthers. But I do agree that my personal opinion, I think Godmade is going to be better than the Sheepherd.
We did discuss that. We did discuss Godmade over Sheepherd. The reason we ended up putting Sheepherd over Godmade was because of their win against Godmade prior to.
That is true.
The situation. That's where I'll place those words.
The
situation. The incident that occurred. That win definitely means a lot more given the context of said situation.
I do agree with that.
And then Sheepherd has been putting up quite a bit of a fight, and
Sheepherd in the beginning had a lot of roster issues. If you guys did not know that,
which is why they started so rough in terms of record, and now I mean they're on a pretty decent hot streak right now.
They finally have their team together, where I feel like still needs some work, but because they're still finding themselves.
I think BNG really brought that team together. To be honest, it really feels like he's Benji. He's pulling it all together.
He's a Sheep player.
Sir Cave.
And Sir Cave is their jungler right now.
I think Sheepherd would get crushed by Godmade because VKC would just run circles around him and 1v9 the game.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that one.
I think.
Well,
literally
jungle nerfs to complain about, you know.
Yeah, 11.14. It's okay, guys. Tarzan said jungle is still playable. Just identify a loot. Yeah, 11.14, the new patch.
14.
Yeah, whatever. 4, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Tarzan said the jungle is still playable in 11.4. All you have to do is identify a losing lane as your jungler and then take everything from them.
Basically.
Or just identify any lane. I really wish it was a streamed game between us
some junglers I know.
Our second game against Moon Crew.
Too soon, Tintin. Too soon.
It was very funny.
He walked top after full clearing like twice.
And
he's
when
level 5 and he says, "I need 200 gold for my my Noon Quiver to keep clearing." And then he tacks 3 of my waves in front of my face.
Oh no!
I would just AFK. I would just AFK, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, he's like, "Oh, I'll AFK if you take my camps," and then he walks in and takes our waves. So we'll see how
really
that
good team dynamic you guys got over there.
If you ever see anyone leaving the game during like a stream or whatever, you know exactly why it happened.
Okay. So the way to win is to just take all of VKC's camps.
Take it all.
No.
Yeah, and then blame it on us.
It's to make us take his camps.
If you want 3 camp, 4 camps gets you level 3.
Just message you all chat. I think Dallas was taking Raptors, by the way.
You know how to beat VKC. Like honestly though, in a non-meme way though, if you want to know how to beat VKC, look back at what Winter Booze did against. Obviously, Tigers V2 did end up winning the series, but they completely took that VKC out of that game.
The problem with that
strat is that you open yourself up to losing to the 4 silver players that are on VKC's team. Because you're focused all on the one guy.
Yeah, so you're essentially going from laning against 4 wards to letting them just evolve into cannon minions. in exchange of making the jungler turn from
Slightly sadder.
he goes from a baron to a dragon. Like, he's still useful. Calm down.
They're like Pokemon. They just evolve.
Yeah, yeah.
They just evolve.
Yeah.
Wait, does that make Kha'Zix a Pokemon? Shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
I guess so.
Oh, damn, guys.
Scyther?
All
Have we
right.
been playing
Um,
Pokemon this whole
Scyther.
time?
Can we get
Yes,
Scyther?
yes, we have. Let's let's see the Pool B from LRS pre-made as well too. I'm gonna bring those up on screen for us.
Okay.
We got RAR
This is,
in number 1,
all
RTT in 2,
This is all me, so
IDN,
no one else
M.
can talk now.
Hey, I can talk.
RGC 4, GS 5, Grizzlies 6, 7 is STN, 8 NSU, and 9 AOE.
So starting from the top, we're gonna go with RAR. I put 1 and 2 as really interchangeable because RTT recently got a new roster, and RTT actually hasn't lost since week 1, and that was to RAR. But they've made like an upgrade in the jungle and AD carry since. So honestly, yeah, you could put RTT first, RAR second. It doesn't really matter. It do not matter is third because even though they're tied for the first place record, they have the toughest schedule left. They have yet to face RTT and RAR, so that could potentially be 1 or 2 losses heading their way. RGC is fourth, but they're very close to third as well. They do beat It Do Not Matter, but they've lost to some of the weaker teams in their pool, so potentially interchangeable. We do not know, and they have a relatively easy schedule left. And then for
something to note real fast. There are a couple teams that, like, despite their record being worse, are higher up in the in the rankings because of roster changes that have happened a couple weeks ago that are having a really positive effect. Like RGC is a specific case like that, and same with RTT's jungler change is really helping out there too.
Yep.
Anyway, continue.
So 5th place is Goon Squad. They're a pretty inconsistent team. Like, they have been really good teams like It Do Not Matter, but they did struggle with some weaker teams. I think they lost to STN, if I'm not mistaken. And then Legends Grizzlies, they would have been 5th, but they recently lost their top laner, Conjured Ravens, so they're probably gonna have to rebuild their synergy with whoever their new top laner is, if he is better or worse than Conjured Raven. And then 7, 8, 9 is like relatively even. I put STN first because they have the easiest schedule left, and they've beaten some okay teams. Like, I think they beat Goon Squad, and then NSU has the toughest schedule left, but the reason AoE is last is because the only team they've beaten is RGC in week 1, and they haven't won a single game since. Not even a series, just a single game since week 1. Yeah.
Oof. That's rough. But yeah, any other comments on this? Yeah.
It seems like all the leagues are having the same kind of like issue when it comes to pools. It seems like there's one pool that's pretty like it's like a heaven for some teams, and then in the other pools it's like the pool of death.
It's Group B. Group B is the pool of death.
Well,
Yeah,
it follows over from Worlds. Oh my god. It's
It
Group
would
B.
be
Group
really
B is the group
interesting
of
to
death.
see
Yeah.
next split, or whenever you management people decide to change it. If there was some way you could shuffle the groups partway through, just so you get a more even look at how people perform.
There might have been talk about doing that too. Yeah.
There's this thing called the Swiss format, which I've always liked a lot, which is the concept of basically playing you would be playing a similar record team every single week. So the bottom teams would be playing bottom teams, the top teams would be playing top teams, and the middle teams would be playing the middle teams. And that would allow a lot of shit. You would truly see who the best of the best is in a Swiss style, format. And it really would even out the rankings. And then you would be getting, the only issue is you would be getting a lot of repeat matches, and you wouldn't see a lot of
you can avoid a repeat matches with Swiss pretty well. Obviously you can't negate it completely. Like if one team goes 2-0 and one team goes 1-1, and then in week 3 the team that is 1-1 wins and the other team loses, it can you can match. But like the only way you'll ever get a replay match is like near the very end when there's no other teams to play.
Yeah.
The other issue is that if a team starts bad, it'll they go into the losers.
No,
pool.
because
But then
you
if-
can recover.
No, yeah, but that's the problem is you get a losers pool and a winners pool, but then for teams like say the Unicorns that started out rough and then they start coming together really well and become one of the top teams, then they're just entirely crushing the losers pool and it's not even close, and then they just get into playoffs off of that. So that's one of the weaknesses, but it is interesting to think about.
Yeah, but I mean the concept of, if we're using Unicorns as an example, I mean specifically in the way standings are shaking up, I mean sure they would still technically I think be playing Phantoms right now. But it would, if we were doing a Swiss style bracket in LRS draft right now, it would be Spartans versus Vipers, Tigers versus Lions, and then Unicorns versus Phantoms. If you were to assume that Lions lost and Unicorns won, which I think is a fair assumption given our power rankings, those would swap, and then Unicorns would instead be playing Tigers, and then Lions would be playing Phantoms, and Phantoms, or not Phantoms, sorry, Lions would have to keep winning against Phantoms. That is a problem. If the league is very small, then Swiss style doesn't work because you would get a lot of repeats like that.
Swiss only works for when you have, because if you do I think Origin's Champions, they had 32 teams or so, and their regular season I think was 5 weeks.
Yeah, so
it was 4 or 5 weeks.
The longer it goes, the more
teams
you're gonna
it
get.
requires.
Yeah, that's good. But something I was going to touch on a little earlier was the fact that when we were making these lists, we saw that basically the top end of Pool A is so much better, in my opinion at least, than just everyone in Pool B. But the middle pack and even the bottom teams are so much better than like the bottom teams of Pool. Like it's like Group A is worse than Group B, except for the top like 2 or 3 teams of Group A. But I think a lot of the middle teams of Group B could pretty much destroy like anyone under number 3 in Group A.
Yeah, no, I do agree. From
like
I
think
watching the game,
because those 4, that 4 mishmash we were talking about in Group A of Godmade, Sheepherd, TVP, and DAO, I think would get annihilated. I mean, no offense, I know there's 2 Godmade people in here, but I personally think they would get annihilated by the likes of IDMN or IDNM and
RGC?
I think RGC would destroy them. I think Grizzlies and GS would put up a good fight. I mean, it depends which GS shows up, obviously, because GS is very hit or miss. But I think that group of 4 is a lot better than, if we're looking at the middle, is a lot better than the Group A group of 4, which I think is kind of an interesting thing.
Hey, I said I'd say nothing. I'm going to say nothing. We don't know yet. We'll find out.
Although, I guess technically I'm still on Godmade as a sub, so I mean, I'm shit talking my own team.
It's it's more of coming from as an unbiased place as you possibly can, just to analyze what's going on in this. So I think it's pretty fair everything you guys have said, but it'd be interesting to see what would happen if we approach some of these larger leagues in a different format in some following splits. But it really all depends on numbers. But from what I've seen from split to split to split, it's just it only goes up. So this might be something we look into for LRS pre-made next split if it's gonna be this big.
Was the last split? Because I feel like last split was a little longer than this split.
Last split was the same amount of time. It was 9. Well, we aim for a 12-week season, and I think it's 13 for draft because we count the exhibition games in that.
Okay.
So we aim for that for both leagues, which that's a 3-month commitment, and then we do a couple. I mean, obviously the off time was a lot longer this time because of preseason and stuff like that. We wanted to let the meta settle down, but we're looking towards, I think, only a 2 or 3 week off season this time around. I think maybe even 4. I'm trying to remember, but
it's gonna be a short one. It's gonna be a short break.
One, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, not like that nice Christmas break that we got.
Yeah, we got a really long one. I forgot all about Legends.
We did, but it's been nothing but spicy, and with the addition of a couple of these leagues too, like LTS pre-made, which is the next list that we're gonna look at. For me, just getting to cast these guys has been an absolute blast. It's it's a different pace. It's such a different pace that we're looking at in terms of macro and team fights. I find myself running short on oxygen, especially weeks 1 and 2 when I was first showcasting for them. It's just very extended team fights, which is what I'm noticing. But it's very awesome to watch some of the different approaches to this at the diamond level. But you guys want to see what we put together for the LTS pre-made? Sure.
No.
Diamond League is above my pay grade, so I'm gonna hop out. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
Goodbye.
thank you for joining us.
Also,
See you
my
guys.
exit. Thank you for having me on. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, even though it's over. Goodbye.
Hey, take care, Dallas.
Thank you for having me as well.
Alright, bye everyone. It looks like
Wait a
everyone's
minute.
leaving.
Wait, no. I still need at least someone to talk
No,
about.
I won't leave you. I promise. I'm still leaving.
Don't worry, bro.
It's like, okay, podcast done. We got 3 more leagues to go. That would be the power rankings, because we'd be powering through.
All I can say is the LTS is more objective based than it is about kills and about team fighting. They're mostly, they want to get objectives, because in the mindset of high elo is they think that objectives win games, which is true. Objectives do win games, but so they are more worried about CSing and objectives than just getting kills.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's check out the list that we have with our LTS Pre-Made League. We got AKM at the top there, IQ in second, Mad City in third, UAA, that's a mouthful, UAEB
I know,
fourth,
yeah.
fifth, and Glaive down there in sixth. And I would say based on the overall standings, I think this is pretty fair to put up there. Akuma was undefeated until recently, until last night's stream, where UAEA, my God, they showed up massive. They showed up massive.
I was not expecting that at all. So for background info, I do the stats for LTS, so I do know quite a bit about these teams. As far as the power rankings go, I think these are all right. I would have put Glaive above UAEB personally. There's a bit of bias there because I am friends with Toast and Akira. Obviously, I played with Akira on DSG last season. But, I mean, UAEB is just such an unknown quantity. They've played 1 week of games so far. So it's just like, I don't really know if I can quantify putting them above anybody yet. That would be my only justification around that. I do think Glaive is definitely on the weaker end of the standings right now. But yeah, I was super shocked to see that Akuma lost last night, because they've been tearing it up. I think they had 1 just game loss in total prior to last night. I think that was to Mad City, who was previously second, but IQ jumped them, I think, in this last week. So it's definitely interesting. I mean, IQ started off pretty slow. I mean, they're
building up that tempo.
Their name is Tempo. So how about that? But I mean, everybody remembers Daily Peach from EGM last season, and I mean, he's starting to turn on. They're facilitating him as best as they can. I mean, that guy's a menace. I mean, in the jungle, he does whatever he is the advanced form of EKC.
If you guys don't know, Mad did lose to UAEB.
Yes. Which is why I'm gonna take a crack and guess that's why they're in 3 and Tempo is at second, because both Tempo and Mad are very, very good teams. Which is why, after last night, I don't know if I pushed UAEA over into that 3rd spot, but to see something out of them like that in week 6 shows extraordinary performance and skill that just comes out of nowhere. But
another thing that I just saw is that UAEA also beat AKM.
Yes, that was last night's
that
game.
was last night.
Yeah. So I would say this is probably prone to shifting around, but I would like to see UAE take on Tempo or Mad to see kind of how that plays out, because those 2 teams are definitely solid 2nd, 3rd spots. You can kind of interchange those 2 there.
Yeah. So real quick, I have a side little tangent thing that nobody's going to care about, but I'm going to tell the story anyway.
Yes.
So back in season 6, I joined a league called, I think it was House Party 5v5, which is where Captain Flowers casted prior to being picked up by LCS. They had if anyone remembers 2 splits ago, we had an Academy Premier system in the draft leagues. That was before we brought on pre-made.
I heard about
They had
it.
Yep.
Yeah, they had the same sort of thing going on. They had Premier, which was, I think, Plat 1 capped. And they had Academy, which was Plat 1 capped. And Premier, which was, I think, Masters capped.
Yeah.
And I was obviously in Academy. I've never been that good. You obviously would, everyone knows. You would talk with your representative, the same role in the higher league to try to get, help and improve and stuff. At the time, I was top lane main. So I played top lane, and the person I reported to was a guy called Alcantos, who is now the mid laner for Mad. And I actually scrimmed against him prior to the start of Legends, and I asked if he remembered me, and he said yes. He used to scream at me because I would use... This is back when full tank Gragas top was... Well, I guess it is a thing again.
It is.
But this is back when it was, like, prior to AP Gragas jungle even being a thought. He used to scream at me because I would never last hit with my auto attacks. I would always last hit with my barrels or my W or my E, like just use all my abilities on the wave. And we would do like VOD review, and he would just yell at me for like 5 minutes.
What are
straight.
you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you doing that? He would try to explain freezing to me, and I just didn't. It didn't click. And there's my cat.
No.
But yeah, that it was really funny to see him join. It was just like, I got to see an old face again. But yeah.
Nice story, dude. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, no one cares.
I know no one cares.
I like the story. It was nice.
No, we're kidding. I was kidding. It was very heartwarming, man. I'm so emotional now.
You bounced around to a bunch of positions, but my all-time favorite is still that Kha'Zix game of yours.
I've played every position in some sort of league or tournament.
I don't know. His Senna games are pretty insane. I do enjoy watching those.
You enjoy watching Senna?
Yeah.
Just
Senna.
His Senna.
Just my Senna.
His Senna specifically. Yeah.
Only Raven Senna.
Only my Senna. My Senna's unrivaled.
I guess every game now we
It
just
is.
first pick
It
Senna.
is. It is really good. It is really
It's
swell.
insane that
It's a swell one.
Because normally when you see ADC Senna, you see typical 20 minutes. It's like 50 souls. But when you see Raven play it, he gets like 90 in 20 minutes. Which is like,
Yeah, I need an aggressive support, and if I get an aggressive support, like Protoga, yeah, that's how you say that name, Protoga, or I was playing really well and synergizing with Dog last season, who's been a long time friend of mine. But I mean, situations like that where I'm able to get these free trades in lane. I mean, you kind of want to draft Senna into a losing matchup because like then they want you to. They want to try and trade with you, and you can get these soul pickups on these trades and do them quickly. But I mean, at the end of the day, the soul count is also RNG gated, so it is kind of tragic.
That is true.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. You can't predict when you're gonna get souls from CS, and you can't predict when you're
Yeah, I got a DM from I think Mega J from LAS Draft asking me how many souls you should have at like the end of the game. I said it depends obviously on the game time, and he said about 30 minutes. I said that sounds like 80 or 90 range. He's like, oh, I was gonna brag that I got 60, and I was like, yeah, that's a little too low.
And honestly, I'm glad we've been kind of doing that for the stream, is actually counting the stacks a lot more. Ravens, and you got me doing that. You inspired me to do that a lot more. But
I don't know why.
It is important to know. You gotta know.
The spectator interface doesn't really, not just Legends, any league. Enough. It's kind of sad.
It's important to know the Senna souls because, in my opinion, Senna doesn't really come online until she hits like the 50-60 mark on the soul. Right?
I would
60
say
minimum.
40.
60 mid.
I would say 40 in the mid game is a nice. Like 40 in the mid game being like 20 minutes is okay.
Yeah,
and then
that's not terrible.
60 is when she really starts to turn online. I actually played a solo queue game where I got to 160. We lost, but it was just insane. I mean,
that's a lot of.
Wait,
Let's,
did we lose?
Let's take one last look at these LTS standings before. Oh wait, I switched them. I switched them to Valorant already. Hold on. Whoops. We can still hold on. Control Z. Right there we go. One last look at them.
Z.
But whoops. But It's an exciting lead. I'm glad that we do have ourselves a Diamond League as well too, so we get to see some very high level gameplay. And it's, you know what, for me as not a high level player, it's been nice to watch and learn a lot of what's going on here. But I'm excited to see what comes out of this this UAE squad here, because I definitely think they can give these top 3 teams here a run for their money. But so far, I've been watching a lot of Matt. Matt has been on stream quite a bit, and they've been really fun to watch. So I do like their early aggressiveness play style. It did get them through these early weeks, but I think some of these teams are starting to catch on to that play style. So they're a good team. I'm sure they'll make adjustments to what has to be done in these last few weeks as we lead up to playoffs. But yeah, it's been one hell of a split so far, and I love casting these guys. But
yeah, it's definitely entertaining to watch, and it's really interesting. This is just a side thing before we move on to Valorant, but like it's always like 2-0 victories. They're very rarely 2-1 matches in LTS. I've noticed as I've gone through to do stats. It seems like whoever is going to win game 1 is going to win game 2, which has been an interesting thing to note while I do the stats, of course. It's, I don't know, it's just cool to see. Interesting that teams can't seem to bounce back after a loss, though.
I'm curious what that's going to look like in a best of 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I'm curious as to why that is too. Like, you know, it doesn't. It seems like at the higher elo they would be able to reset and come back, you know, and be able to win a game, take off that game after losing a game. But it seems like it's the other way around. The higher elo you get, you know, the more 2-0 stomps you're going to see in these series. But yeah, interested, like you said, to see what happens when we get to the best of 5 format.
Yeah, me too. But you did mention entertaining, and these 2 next leagues, the Valorant leagues, for me have been a lot of fun to watch. Because personally, I know very, very, very little about the game itself, which is
same.
But
same.
but it has been an absolute blast to watch. I was actually tuning into the LAS Valorant earlier today. So let's check out what teams that we got. We got Phoenix up there at the top, best team, no cap next. Woony and TSM. I mean, we can just call them TSM at this point because they are the only TSM remaining. But Phoenix has been looking pretty damn good so far. But that number 2 team, it's similar to what's happening with Mad, where they just seem to be on stream a lot for us. But I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of these 4 teams in the next few weeks. Best team, no cap, absolutely dominated today against Wunai. I mean,
I just love seeing the KDAs of these games. Like, they're just insane.
These guys, in game 2, they went to 12-0. They dominated game 1 and took the second one to 12-0. Rooney was trying to get a comeback there, but I mean, they just look so damn strong as a squad. So they're a lot of fun to watch. How any of these teams really go off, but I guess this one, it's not too wrong that it is the shorter one, considering that we only have 4 teams there. But you guys got to check them out. You guys got to watch these guys at some point, especially best team no cap. They come in with that FU attitude every series, and it just makes it so fun and entertaining.
Yeah, they've also got a sick logo. I gotta say, best logo in the group.
Absolutely.
Which one does?
Best team no cap.
It's a duck with a hat on. It's lovely.
Okay.
Yo, Gurf.
Yes.
I'm have to head out here. I cannot contribute anything to Valorant if I tried, but thanks for having me.
All right, Vapus, thanks for joining us tonight, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Talk to you later.
Catch you later.
Bye.
And then there were 4 of us remaining for one last league, though, guys, because we got the LRS Valorant coming up next, and actually going to be on stream tomorrow. So these standings could change, but based on what we've seen so far, let's take a peek at what the LRS Valorant League is looking like. PVE up there in first. You have Ottawa there in second. Enigma in third. Brock University, I believe, is that one. Yes, it is. I can read it all the way there. And then DE in last. So PVE is a squad coming in. I believe they were all in the Valorant split last in fall split, correct? A good chunk of these players, right? Let's check them out. Get your roster list up quick. Panic, Boppin, You're Dead, Turtles, Vibe, Rebind, yeah, and Dallas and Nemo. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Dallas
So,
is in
I was gonna say
fifth
yes.
league?
Dallas is in 5 of the 7 leagues. If he gets on an LAS Valorant team and an LTS Premade team, he would be in all 7 of the leagues, which is kind of an interesting thought.
Yeah, that actually is insane. Now I look at it.
But yeah, he is only listed as a sub for PvE. I think he's played a couple, but I'm pretty sure he's trash at Valorant, so I don't think they'll use him very often. Just kidding, Dallas. I love you if you're still watching. But yeah, PvE, obviously an org we're seeing a lot of throughout Legends. Constantly near the top. They try to find the best they can and put it in there. So, good on them for topping the charts here. I can't contribute too much to this either. Yeah, go ahead.
Definitely, it's that first place team that kind of stands out for me because these are players that were together. I believe it was on the Nocturnals last split.
Yes.
So just having that initial synergy, again, seems to be working out. Even though we are at week 6, they have already had an entire split to play together. But that's not to say any of these teams can't come back. Ottawa has definitely put up a couple of big games on stream, and it seems Enigma is starting to make a bit of a comeback after a few back and forth games there in the earlier weeks. But so far, PvE just looking really, really strong. They're amazing to watch on stream because these guys can do. Oh my God, they can do some wacky stuff. But
it's fun to watch Valorant because Valorant, in my opinion, it's like a different kind of game. There's no meta. You can just basically pick anyone you want. So the thing that you watch, people play like Valorant and people play like any FPS games, it's kind of like Valorant, like Overwatch or something like that. It's just fun to watch because anything works, unlike League where you have to pick a comp around a comp.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys will see tomorrow. We got I'm actually going to take a peek while we look for who's actually on stream tomorrow, because I would love it if it's a PvE game tomorrow. I'm going to lose my mind because that'd be a ton of fun to watch. But I'm going to pull this up real quick.
The other thing is like seeing players play on the PC is insane because I have always played FPS on controller. So me transitioning from a controller to a keyboard and mouse is one of the hardest things in the world, and I'm like, I do not understand this.
So tomorrow, as a stream game, it is PvE versus Brock University. So you guys definitely got to tune in for this. I'll be there watching because not only do we have some kick-ass casters, Kabaki and Doc on there, also Red Wheelbarrow on LAS Valorant. Not to leave him out of that. They definitely have some good in-depth knowledge and can probably give a much better explanation of what's going on than we can right here.
Yeah.
But no, it's a ton of fun. I definitely recommend you guys there in the Twitch chat too. Tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST for that Valorant stream. PvE, that number 1 team though, is going to be looking good, and I'm excited to see former Nocturnals, now PvE team, and what they can do with the rest of the split. But they're honestly cracked, so it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time.
The way you said that sounded like you have a gun against your head. Like,
They're correct.
Like PvE is holding a gun to your head, making you
say it. Boppin's like sitting right beside me right now, just like shelling out. There's shelling out money, or he's got a weapon pointed at me right now. One of the two, or both. I don't know.
Or both. Yeah.
Or both.
One of the other things, I love that we have a Legends, a Valorant league, because I feel like it opens up a lot of games for other leagues.
It's our first little dip into other areas of esports too. Even though it is Riot Games as well too, it just kind of works out that everybody's username lines up.
That's working so well, and everyone also loves watching that too. So it's just like it's fun to see like other games being expanded.
Absolutely. What's next? What's next on our list here at Legends Esports in terms of competitive games?
Well, I gotta say,
Isn't Overwatch 2 coming out soon?
I'm ready for competitive sleeping. That's gonna be my segue to leaving for the night. So
True.
good night, everybody.
True.
I hope everybody in the Twitch chat has a good night.
Good night, Ravens,
You
man.
too.
Thank you for joining. Make sure to stick around though, because we still got to do that raffle draw. But in chat, not here. You can get out of here.
Yeah,
Go get in your PJs there. Do whatever you gotta do.
I'm already in my PJs.
That's efficiency. You do your podcast in your PJs. That's
yes, sir.
big brain. Big brain. Only here at Legends Esports. Take care, brother.
Take care. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Well, we are at the end, my friends. But this is kind of the floor where you guys can share your opinions about any of these standings, any of these teams that we have seen or are looking forward to. But guys, final thoughts on tonight.
I got a quick quote from my coach Kenshin. He told me to say, "Everyone else is trash." So that's not from me. That is from my coach, and that's directed at LRS Premade.
Well,
that is not.
Well, Kenshin, we'll have to see when PvE is defeated by Blue Milk one day.
Let's do it.
honestly, I'm more like, you know what? This is my first split as a player, right? I'm the old man of Legends Esports here. I've been around since day one, but it's the first time as a player is it's honestly a lot of fun, and it's more exciting to play against these guys like you guys that I've known for like multiple splits now. So I'm having a fun time. I'm looking forward to that matchup one day when I see PvE in finals. Looking forward to it. Let's go, buddy. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it. I mean, we have yet to lose, so we'll see. We shall see.
But if you guys have any other things to say, Wolven, any other final comments there?
I have to say that it's fun watching all these games. It's fun watching all these teams like improve. Like the Unicorns, for example, they were last place. Now they're third place in power standings. They're coming back with because they're working together as a team. And it's also nice to see like your team, Blue Milk. Literally, they're undefeated in the LES pre-made. Just like last split, Tigers were undefeated in the LES pre-made. So it's fun to see back-to-back splits. And that happens.
So there's always one or two teams that make that miracle run, and I will tell you, coming into the split, I was like, okay, we're gonna play together and have some fun. I know these boys. Let's just see where it goes. And I didn't think we were gonna be that team, but we're that team, and I'm about it, and I'm down to keep this train rolling because I'm having fun. Winning's fun, guys. I gotta say, feels good. But if that is all, we have only one last thing to do tonight for the podcast, and that is to pick a winner here for the raffle for the 500 Legends tokens, guys. So,
okay,
we have 29 people entered into this raffle. I will give anybody who's in chat one last minute to get those final entries in. If you haven't already, all you need to do is enter with command raffle, so !raffle, all one word. Put that in there, but we are going to be pulling this soon. Who do we? You know what? I see Dream in there, and I have a feeling he's gonna win, even out of 29 people. Who else do we have in here?
Is it Dream first on the leaderboard in tokens?
He is. Let's see. We can actually put in the leaderboard here top, and that'll bring it up. Yeah, Dream still leading the pack here. There I am in second. I'm actually not entered in this there.
Oh, I'm third place.
And you are in third place. We actually got a nice little battle there for third, fourth, and fifth. So let's see. Let's see who it is. Lads, give me a drum roll. Just banging, bang. I'm sure my everybody appreciates that in the house. Okay, let's pick a winner here for 500 Legends tokens. Our winner is Chai. Congratulations, Chai. You have just won 500 Legends tokens at Chai there. Well, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody who is on the podcast tonight. Guys, thank you for sticking around to the very end. Appreciate you guys so much.
No worries. Thank you for having us.
I enjoyed being on here. I enjoyed talking about, what's going on with Legends. And
Made some good content. We made some hella good content tonight, boys. Anyways, that's going to be it from us here at Legends Esports and our third episode of Let's Talk Legends. Make sure to tune in next week when we are back with something and numbers and stats. But we'll bring you all the goods here on our Let's Talk Legends podcast. And of course, tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, LRS Valorant. Make sure to be there as well, too. Going to be kick-ass to watch PvE taking on Brock University. Anyways, have a good night, everybody. Take care. Good night. Sleep well. Or don't sleep well, or go stay up and play Minecraft till 3 in the morning like me. Okay, bye!
I saw you smile from across the bar. Yeah, she was pretty and so close but so far. She flipped her hair and I thought this can't be true. How does a man like me get someone like you? And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. Just like that, you're coming closer to me. Come shake me, grab me, so I wake up from this dream. I can't breathe, come at me. I don't know if I can speak. Then she said, come with me and let's be free. The night is young and I think this could go far. The sky is dark but you're my shooting star. Could see your face reflect upon the moon. It was a pretty summer night in June. And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies.